This is my COPPA disclaimer portion of the video. This video is not meant to sell anything to children. This video is not meant for children. This video is an adult collectible that was only available on Kickstarter. It is a follow-up. It is a PSA. This is not meant for children. Leave me alone. Okay, so where we're at right now is this is the follow-up video. This is going to be taking a look at the modern Spawn figure, the modern Kickstarter Spawn. I'm going to do a couple comparisons. I'm going to do a couple follow-ups on the previous one. Just some things that me and my buddies have figured out. Once again, things you should be aware of, things you will be getting. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick follow-up on the classic one. Thing I messed up on before is the weapon holding hand. He kind of has this sculpt. Is also for this, but it's more or less built so that the crook of the handle here will actually settle into his finger and hold it solidly that way. I mean, he can hold it the other way, but it's a much looser grip. So this is literally meant so that when you put it in his hand, just kind of twist it in like that and it'll hold. As far as the sword goes, once again, you can hold it in this hand. If you want, it won't look as good. Excuse me. The closed fists aren't tight fists, they're like this. I got that right on the camera. The pommel of the sword detaches. It's got a similar mushroom peg design to what holds the head on. So you pop that off, feed it through, pop that back on, boom, you have a solid sword holding hand. That's all I really want to do as far as a follow-up on this one. Oh, also the Necroblast attachment that comes with the classic one is also made to go through this hand. That peg in it fits in this hand best. Once again, you can put it in this hand. It's made to go in these hands. I also think it's molded. I mean, you can put it in the right or left hand, but that one is molded for the right hand. You can fit it in the left hand, but it looks better in the right hand. That's all I wanted to add to that. Now, we're going to do a follow-up with the modern or Greg Capullo-ish design. I say Greg Capullo-ish because it's not exactly his design. Here's the MK11 Spawn. This is more Capullo's design because Capullo had the boot on the right leg and the gauntlet on the right arm. This one is a little bit closer to John Boy Myers' redesign. I think he was the first one to do it, I'm not sure. Where he put the boot on the left leg and the gauntlet on the right arm. Posability is the first thing I want to go over with this. All the same posability, except for on this leg, you don't have that swivel at the thingy right here. This leg is pretty much a solid sculpt. Do with that what you will. I don't really think it's a big deal, but it is what it is. This one has all of the other joints though. Another thing is I mentioned in my previous video that the chains have a different tarnish level. If you get an artist proof one, they will just be like straight chrome silver. Look really cool actually. One thing I do want to emphasize on, I've heard a couple of horror stories, haven't verified many of them, but I've heard a couple horror stories. This attachment right here for the gauntlet, this doesn't swivel right here. This is literally sculpted in like that. It's just that sculpt. This literally is just a piece that sits onto this. There's no follow-through joint right here. Be aware of that. I've heard some stories of this popping off. It doesn't look like anything you can't fix with like a tiny bit of super glue. Excuse me. But it's something you need to be aware of. It is a potential risk. I haven't heard many stories. I've heard like, but I haven't heard many. I mean, there's like thousands of these things out there now. I've heard of 2, maybe 3 cases of that happening. So I don't think it's a common issue, but it's an issue that you need to be aware of. Just wanted to throw that out there. Information, that's what these are about. This is a follow-up review on this version and, once again, a PSA. Things you should just know. Once again, you have your awesome grenade launcher, machine gun, RPG gun, Todd gun. That should honestly at this point just be a standard phrase in comics. Like, is this a Todd gun or is this a regular gun? So there's that. The hand actually comes out of this gauntlet section pretty simple, but it doesn't I had an issue with one of my hands. This one isn't doing it. I had an issue with I think it was the closed fist with this one, that it kind of just came in and out. I honestly just got a lemon there, so I won't worry about it too much. All the poses. So the other things to be aware of, and the things I want to broach, are some of the accessory bits. Once again, we covered this on the last video. So this one when you get it, instead of having the mass head and the screaming head, you'll have the post batarang face or shoelace face and the awesome owl head. I'm gonna address something that it isn't a problem. It's just something that I had like a slight issue with when I saw this. And I think it's honestly because Michael Jai White played Al in the Spawn movie. And also early pictures of Spawn had the look where he had like a flat top cut instead of having his head shaved. More recent stuff has shown Al, and actually a lot of depictions Todd has done since then, even in other toys, has shown him with a shaved head. It just kind of messes with me, like, isn't Al supposed to have a top cut or a flat top? Whatever, it doesn't matter. And I think I covered this in the last video, that the original renders for this head actually had him with just regular looking eyes. Al has green eyes in this, and I think that's just something Todd just decided to throw out there. It'd be kind of cool if it was like some of them had regular eyes and some had green eyes, and man, that would do a whole lot for collectors. We'd go insane over that crap. So there's the owl head. Once again, necro daggers. I'm just covering my bases on everything. You have your other necroblast attachment. I did figure this out since my last video. Let me do a quick check here. Now, the other thing, while I'm digging in here, I want everybody to see this. All of the interiors of the comics are going to be the same. Every one of the comics that comes with these has a director's cut with artist notes and stuff like that, black and white version of issue 1 of Spawn. Just this one is going to come with a different cover. Just be aware, you're going to have different covers. And actually, I did cover this on my last video, so you guys can see what I'm talking about when the insert comes out. So take the cardboard backing with this special sleeve for the comic out, flip it out. Then after you flip it open, you have this part right here. It's a clamshell sort of design. It's actually a pretty classic design as far as stuff goes. Then this and these foam pieces are going to be in between Al and the cape. Okay. You can fit he's going to come with the action hands. Those will fit in the little container here, and it has like a resealable, like static tape. It's not really sticky. It like statics itself down. So that's how that's going to work. If you get this version with the hook, it's going to be in there like this. You have your patented circle stand with the peg hole for the foot. I say patented, not really. One of my buddies made a comment about that, and I honestly can't stop laughing. Bro, you're hilarious. Just throwing it out there, bro. I freaking love you, dude. Where'd I put it? Okay. So this goes on these hands, specifically on the right hand. Probably a way you can rig it onto the left hand. I haven't messed with it too much, but you feed the thumb through here, and then you just get the little hook to come around the hand like that, and boom, you have like a little necro stabby blast, whatever you want to call that. I don't know, but I just wanted to show you that's how that one goes on. Once again, the regular necroblast that comes with the classic one, he will come with the longer blast. And the artist proof is going to have, it's more or less just like a charge shot. It almost looks like a charge shot, I guess, is the best way to put it. Where it's got a small piece right here and a bigger necroblast circle. And that is also for these hands. You'll just have it like that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. So you can have, once again, this is partial review, partial PSA. It's going going to be a much shorter video than my last one. And once again, it's literally this simple to just put the hands back in the thingy. That's the official term. But there's that. Everything else is pretty much the same. Nothing in this container is going to be drastically different from the classic one. It's mostly accessories and a couple molding changes. Seeing as how last time I did show you the difference between mask face and screaming face, I will take a moment and show you owl head on this particular one. Once again, these heads are pretty solid. Another thing I want to show is this one actually is a little bit different than the artist proof one. Not the artist proof, the screaming head. Because it actually has, I don't know how well it's coming up on camera, but it actually has some like, more like, I want to say bloody, like more muscle highlights on the sides of the head here. But overall, I think that is a pretty gnarly looking head, and I kind of love it. I was never really a fan of Al having the shoelace on his face. I was just like, that's kind of weird. That, like, Al, seriously, you can regrow limbs. You literally at one point pull your heart up off the ground and stick it back inside you. You can't fix your face. But it looked cool. It looked cool objectively, so. But, and there's Al with just a human head, and yeah, he's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. I've had this one sitting on my coffee table like this. Actually, I had the Necroblast in his hand, but yeah. And for those of you saying, oh, I'm not going to bother with that, I can just get the MK11, it's not worth the money, still not worth the scalper prices. You shouldn't be paying, $200-300 for one of these. You shouldn't be paying $1,000 or $2,000 in some cases for a set of 3. I think the highest price for 2 trilogy packs, God, what was that? That was like 2 trilogy packs, one with an autograph, I think was like $400. Can't remember exactly what it was, but if you're sitting here saying, oh, I have an MK11 Spawn, so I'm just going to get rid of my Kickstarter when it comes in. Just wait. It will get there. I still got buddies over in the UK that are waiting for theirs. It is worth the wait, my friends. So, throwing that out there. But he doesn't have an ab crunch, so he's trash. So just go with this one. I'm serious. There's no ab crunch right there, so this thing's just it is a total piece of trash. This is basically a statue. I mean, geez and crow, look at this. Look at this. That is a fucking statue. I swear, it's not worth the money. It's a complete piece of trash. Complete piece of trash. Don't get it. Don't spend the money on it. If you got it coming in, just get rid of it. Get a life. It's worth the wait, guys. Just yes, that was a direct prod at everybody. Sorry about the language. I was trying to make a point. But yeah, just heads up. You're going to enjoy it when you get it. It's worth the wait. Just be patient. It's not Todd's fault. It's not McFarlane Toys' fault at this point. It's just life is difficult right now. I hope everybody is doing good. And I really hope that you enjoy these when you get them. Once again, this is what you're getting if you're going to pay the eBay scalpers. So if you just want a solid, very posable Spawn, just get one of the variations of this one. Todd's actually got 2 more coming out. He's got one coming out in his gold label that is literally just, it's like a saturated black with yellow instead of white. And then there's a blue version coming out with blue instead of white, and once again, slightly different tinge. I think the capes are also the same color, like blue and gold. But if you just want a good posable Spawn, and you could go on eBay and find all kinds of like 3D printing groups that are making weapons. One of my buddies on Discord, he was doing resin cuts of the was it the Sword of the Spirit that Spawn got in issue 250? I think that's what it was based on. You let me know which one that was based on. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. That's what I really wanted to cover. So going forward, that's what you get. I'm going to actually do a couple more videos on some other stuff. I have both versions of Todd's Mandarin Spawn that he just came out with that I want to do a video on. There's a couple other things I've got videos planned for. So hopefully I'll see some more stuff in the future. Or you'll see some more stuff from me in the future. Words. So yeah, y'all have a good one. And